Hello, Koike sensei. Katayama sensei.
Hello, good to see you.
Hello.
Good.
You can hear me okay?
Perfect.
Sure.
Good.
This
Okay.
is not online nomikai, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we will start the. Okay, my name is Anton. Okay, nice to meet you all, professor from Tohoku University and Carlos Baptista, yeah, my students. Yeah. Okay, and then I will guide the webinar, and then the audience who already registered is 305 participants. Yeah. Okay. Okay, maybe we start in 3 minutes.
Mr. Wardaya, thank you very much for everything.
Yes.
We are very appreciating all of what you are doing for us. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Yeah. You're welcome, Professor Watanabe.
Okay.
Okay, we will start in 2 minutes.
Hello, Professor. Thank you for attending this event. My name is Carlos Baptista, second year AMC. よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
はい、よろしくお願いします。Thank you for all, カルラ。
No problem, Sensei.
You'll be famous after this.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah, actually, he's already famous because of the video. He's a star.
Nah, not true.
So you make me a tea, yeah? Tea ceremony. You're practicing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon all. Thank you for attending the seminar of Tohoku University and how to study there and how to get the scholarship in Tohoku University. And there are 8 speakers from Tohoku University. There are Professor Watanabe and Professor Koike, Professor Yingchen, Professor Dimitro, Professor Katayama, Professor Ames, and Professor Brian Britloff, and the undergraduate student from Future Global Leadership second year is Carlos Baptista. And I introduce, my name is Dr. Anton Wardaya. I will guide this webinar. Yes. This is I have been in Tohoku University last year to meet my student there, and then I can meet to meet Professor Wanatabe and Professor Koike. Yes, this is my. We know that first time higher education 2020, Tohoku University is ranked #1. Yeah, and then this is the 10 top 10 university in Japan. Yes. We know that Tohoku University is research university, that many research there. And then this is my experience there. I can meet Professor Wanatabe and Professor Koike there, and then I can meet the students there. There are Carlos and Clifford, yes, from Future Global Leadership, yes. And then we know that Tohoku University every year give scholarship to Indonesia students. And then I think this is the great opportunity that you can use for next year, 2021, for getting its scholarship. Yeah, and then we can. There are 3 classes, 3 programs from applied marine biology, advanced molecular chemistry, and then international mechanical and aerospace engineering undergraduate course, who offered the English class. Yeah, international class is conducted in English language. Okay, first I want to introduce Professor Wanatabe, Professor and Coordinator of Future Global Leadership Program, Institute for Excellence in Higher Education, and Professor Koike, Associate Professor, Institute for Excellence in Higher Education, who will presentate about overall Tohoku University. Okay, I will stop. Yeah, okay. Okay, I will please Professor Koike and Professor Wanatabe, who will presentate about it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Dr. Anton, thank you very much for organizing this webinar. And I would like to, on behalf of Tohoku University, like to thank this opportunity. My name is Koike. I am the instructor for Future Global Leadership Program at Tohoku University. I am doing a physics research at Tohoku University, and I joined this program 2.5 years ago. And then since then, I'll be teaching freshman physics. And Carlos was one of my students who suffered very much in my physics course, but I'm glad to see him again. He seems to be doing fine in his major chemistry. So first, we made recently a very nice video to introduce Sendai, the city where the Tohoku University is, an overall introduction to Japan. And after that, I would like to share with you the how the student life is in FGL program and in Tohoku University and in Japan. All right, so I will start playing the video. And after that, I would like to talk about the general introduction to our program. Okay. So, see? Just a moment. Preparing. Okay. Why I cannot? Just a moment. Sorry, I cannot. No. Why I cannot share? Sorry. I'm sorry, it was working a while ago, and then I don't have. What is that? Why? あれ、画面を見えてます？共有の停止。画面を共有。あれ？まあ出ない。Sorry, just a moment. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties.
Maybe in the meantime, Watanabe Sensei, maybe you can introduce yourself while waiting.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm a professor and coordinator of the Future Global Leadership Program. It will offer the
Oh, sorry, Sensei. The voice is kind
Microphone's mute.
Yeah, the micro.
Yeah.
The micro.
Sorry. My name is Yumiko Watanabe. I'm a professor and program coordinator of Future Global Leadership Program, which offers 3 undergraduate courses. In these 3 courses, all classes are taught in English. And we
your Japanese
application. So however, you can learn Japanese after enroll to the Tohoku University. Okay, and actually, I'm alumni of the Tohoku University, and I graduated from the Department of Chemistry, that's the chemistry bachelor, same as Carlos in the future. Okay, and switch my direction to the geochemistry. So I'm very, very happy person to work because I can work for my, home university actually, and take care of the, still learning with the young, talented student. Now I think Koike Sensei is ready to show the video. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, thank you, Professor Watanabe. Okay, maybe we can hear about the Tohoku University video. Yes. If you have any question about Tohoku University and its scholarship, you can chat in YouTube Live, yeah. YouTube chat, yeah. You can ask the speaker here to get the answer about your question. Okay.
Tohoku University is located in Sendai City, which is in the northeast region of Japan. Often also called the City of Trees, Sendai is abundant with natural scenery, but yet has the convenience of a modern city with around 1 million population. Throughout all year, Sendai attracts tourists from around the nation with beautiful seasonal events. Tohoku University was established in 1907 as the third national university in Japan, following the University of Tokyo and Kyoto University. The university has produced excellent graduates, generated numerous achievements, and contributed to the development of a peaceful and just society by enhancing the three traditional principles: research first, open door, and practice-oriented research and education. Tohoku University's commitment to research is world-renowned that in 2017, the university was selected as one of the first 3 designated national universities by the Japanese government. Not only showing excellence in research fields, Tohoku University has shown deep respect and diversity over more than 100 years of history. Tohoku University was the first national university in Japan to accept female students and also the first to accept an
I am sorry, we tested before this session started, but somehow it's not working. Watanabe Sensei told me you didn't hear any sound. Is that correct? Okay, so let me, skip this video. I'm sorry about that. You can watch this video anyway from the web. So yes, let me just go right ahead with the presentation. Okay, can you hear me? All right, so sorry about the technical difficulties. These things happen, I'm sorry. Okay, so let me talk about this Global Learning Center Institute for Excellence in Higher Education. That's where I belong at Tohoku University, and this offers a FGL program. And so just let me start by introducing Sendai to you. Sendai is located northeast of Tokyo, about 350 kilometers. It may sound a lot, but it's actually very close to Tokyo. And there are many transportations available from Tokyo or even Osaka, and it only takes 90 minutes from Tokyo to Sendai Station by famous Shinkansen bullet train, Super Express. And the city of Sendai has a population of little more than 1 million. It's a medium-sized city, and it is called Academic City or City of Trees or Evergreen. We have abundance of trees in the city. And here, overview of Tohoku University, we have 110 years of history and tradition, and it was established in 1907 as the third national university and it is one of the top national universities in Japan. And then we adhere these three principles: research first, an open door, and practice-oriented research and education. And as a national university, we have a comprehensive faculties and schools, and we have 10 faculties and in 15 graduate schools and in 3 professional graduate schools and 6 research institutes. And number of students is about 18,000, of which undergraduate consists of 11,000, and the graduate student is about 7,000. And number of academic staff or faculty is about 3,000. So that will make a student to faculty ratio to 6:1, which is very high in Japanese universities. And about the location where the university is located in downtown Sendai, here the red spot shows the Sendai station. In Japanese city, is usually made around stations. And this map shows you how close each campus of the Tohoku University. We have Katahira campus, which is here, A, and Kawauchi campus. This is where the first 2 years you will stay as an undergraduate. And we have Seiryo campus. This is a School of Medicine. And the D is Aobayama campus. That's where the School of Science and in School of Engineering and in School of Agriculture are located. Each campus are very beautiful. And all campuses are within 10 minutes from the main station. And we have a subway just directly in front of this Kawauchi campus and also the Aobayama campus. So it's a very convenient locations. And this is the demographics of international students. We have a little more than 2,000 international students from 88 countries. And this chart shows you about 90% from Asia. As a matter of fact, there are many students from Indonesia. Indonesian students' body is one of the majorities in Tohoku universities. And this is how the university is ranked in various ranking agencies. And this one shows that the Tohoku University is ranked 79th in the world and 5th in Japan. And the divisions or the departments which are involved in FGL program are listed here. For example, material science is ranked 46th in the world, and natural science 58th, and mechanical engineering, because mechanical engineering is one of the largest school, so the rank also ranges between 51 and 100s. And as Dr. Anton told us already, Tohoku University is ranked #1, fortunately, in Times Higher Education for Japanese University ranking 2020. And this slide shows you how the Japanese high school teachers evaluate Tohoku University. And overall education, Tohoku University is ranked first. I mean, these universities listed here are very close to each other. So they are all good, but thankfully, the Tohoku University is #1, and academic achievement, like research, then the Tohoku University is ranked 2nd. And now I would like to introduce to you our program, Future Global Leadership, known as FGL program. And this course is taught entirely in English, and we offer both undergraduate and graduate program. So I showed you earlier the entirety of the university. We have many faculties and schools, but among them, FGL offers 3 courses. The one in science department, the other one is engineering, the other one is agriculture or life science. I mean, you may think that only 3 courses, but within each course, you can have a wide variety of selections and then plenty of opportunities for research activities. Okay, so I will not go into so much detail because other professors will introduce later each course, but we have 3 courses, one in chemistry. It's called Advanced Molecular Chemistry. That's the program that Carl Ross is now enrolled at the moment. And we accept about 10 students. The second one is Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering in the School of Engineering. It's called IMAQ, International Mechanical Aerospace Engineering. Actually, this is the largest body of FGL program, and we have about 15 students every year. The lastly but not least, the Applied Bioscience in the School of Agriculture, Applied Marine Biology, known as AMB. We accept about 10 students. Yeah, the new students start their studying in October and not in April. And so this program is basically follows the schedule of the US or European or other Asian countries. Okay, so this is the overall view of the FGL curriculum. Of course, you have plenty of opportunity of studying Japanese. Actually, this is our selling point for this program. Not only you'll be able to take entire courses in English, but you have a plenty opportunity for studying Japanese. So if you, in the future, if you like to seek an employment, you will have a sufficient Japanese, the command of Japanese as well. And you study about a year and a half of Japanese for the first when you enter the program. And then after that, after 2 years, about 2 years of general educations, you will begin research activities on specific topic and under supervisor. All right, so this program is, standard 4-year program. But this is a very special about this program that you have a early exposure to research experience. Yeah, so I would like to skip these slides because it will be specifically introduced by professors from each program. So we have AMC and we have IMAQ. And as you can see, you have several selections as to what you want to study. And in A and B as well. Okay, so I will just flash these slides for you to look at. And then next, I would like to touch upon application overview. So this is one of the most important slides, and it shows the steps for applications. And we have only one application opportunity every year. And as shown here, you must first complete the application procedures online.
And after you submit all your documents online, and we have this step 2, first stage screening. And then if you pass this first stage screening, you will move on to this step 3, where we have in some of the program, written examination followed by interview. And after you are successfully screened for the second stage, then the successful applicants will be announced, and then happily you proceed to this admission process. So as you can see, we have 5 steps. Yeah, and then all these detailed information will be available in this application guide for 2024, and then the QR code is shown on this slide. So please access to this site for detailed application informations. Yeah, enrollment was released. Yeah, so the information was already released in June at the FGL homepage in this QR code. And if you have more further questions, we'll be ready to answer any of your questions in the Q&A. Yeah, so this is the application overview, and academic requirements for each course are listed here. For AMC course, official English test score, TOEFL, IBT is 79 plus, or IELTS academic 6.0 plus, and you're required to submit the score of standardized examination on mathematics, physics, and chemistry. And for IMAQ applicants, again, you have a identical English requirements as the AMC, and also you are required to take standardized examinations on mathematics, physics, and chemistry. And if you are applying for A and B course, the English requirement is the same as the other two, but then you are required to take standardized examination scores on mathematics and 2 science subjects, and then you can choose among chemistry, physics, and biology. And of course, these informations are also available in the at the homepage of FGL. Okay, so this slide may interest you as well, and in tuition and cost for the first year. Okay, so this I list the items that the cost is itemized in the table, and we have this admission fee and tuition per year. Being a national university compared to, say, US, the tuition is very, very reasonable. And you can see the living cost for year is a little over 1 million yen, which is about in rupiah 100 million rupiahs per year. So the total cost for first year to study in Tohoku universities is little under 2 million Japanese yen, or probably 200 million rupees. And Sendai is a medium-sized city, so the living expense is not cheap, but compared to Tokyo, it is a little bit cheaper. Okay, and this table shows the possible financial aids that we make available to you. and you may have a chance to get any of the scholarship listed below. And the best one is this mixed Ministry of Education and Science scholarship. And you get the stipend of this amount. This is about 12 million rupees every month for 4 years. And if you are qualified for this scholarship, no, application fee will not be reimbursed. Is that correct? Not applicable.
Application fee doesn't need to pay.
Doesn't need to pay. Okay, so yeah, application fee will be reimbursed. And then entrance fee, this is a one-time fee for you to enter the university, is exempt, waived. And not only that, the tuition for the entire your academic year from first to fourth year will be waived. So this is really a comprehensive scholarship. Basically, you can study under FGL program for free. And the next one is the Tohoku University President Fellowship. This is not as generous as a mixed scholarship, but we have, if you are qualified, you get about 45 million rupees up to 12 months, the first year, and then maximum 4 years, but it's not guarantees. And application fee is reimbursed as much as 5,000, and entrance fee is also waived. And depending on your application, this tuition from first to fourth year will be waived, not fully, but partially. And we have private private scholarship also available. And this one is 50,000 Japanese yen. So it's about 5 million rupees every month for the first 6 months. Okay, so if you have more questions about the financial aid, maybe I myself or Watanabe Sensei can answer later. Okay, so this is accommodation. We have for the first 2 years, you will be guaranteed a room in this newly built university house, Aobayama, and you can see the photos. And you will share a unit room which is furnished with like a bathroom and kitchen, but you have in this unit, you have a individual private room. And so you have a chance to interact with your unit mates. And we have plenty of student support. I will not go into details, but yeah, we will provide sufficient supports for everybody. And you might be interested in what's next after you finish this FGL program. So 70% of students, after they complete, they go to graduate schools. And then some students seek employment in Japan. For example, one of alumni is working for Tokyo Mitsubishi. This is a bank, and truck company Hino Motors. And after getting master at the graduate school, some of them, of course, pursue doctor degrees. And many of them work in the industry like Toyota, Hitachi, and Yamaha, and etc. So generally, students graduating this program have a very good employment opportunities and future careers. Okay, so I'm sorry because of the time, I flash through the slides, but of course, we are happy to answer any questions in the Q&A sections. In the meantime, I would like to get this introductory video going. All right, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Professor Koike, for presentation about the Tohoku University overall. Yeah. After this, we want to hear from Applied Marine Biology from Professor Katayama and Professor Ames. Yeah. Okay, please for share it, Professor. Yeah, thank you so much. And if you have any question about Tohoku University and the program and scholarship, you can chat in YouTube chat. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, I'm Satoshi Katayama, a professor of Laboratory of Fisheries Biology and Ecology of the Applied Marine Biology course. I'm the managing director of this course. So from now, the Dr. Ames Sensei will introduce our course. Please, Ames Sensei.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. As Dr. Katayama said, I'm Cheryl Ames, and I am an associate professor in the Applied Marine Biology program. I started about a year ago here, and the program has been going, as you heard, since 2011. I've had a great opportunity to get involved with a lot of things, and I'd like to share with you our revised website. So they started the program in 2011, and then we felt like it was time to revise the website with some updates. And just a little bit about me, I'm from Canada, and I came to Japan as an undergraduate student, just like Carlos. And then I ended up staying and doing my graduate work in Okinawa at the University of the Ryukyus in marine biology. And then I ended up doing my PhD in the United States. So as Koike Sensei said, you might start one place and end up going around the world before you sort of decide where you want to be permanently. And I can show you a little bit about our website and a little bit about the staff, and then I'll tease you a little bit with our promotional video. I'm going to try to share my screen here. Okay. If you cannot see it, please let me know. So here's our new website, and I would like to highlight that this logo here was designed by an applied marine biology student who is actually graduating in a couple of weeks, and she's from Thailand. And we had a contest, and she was the winner. So here's a little bit of a story about the logo and what it means, the design. I'm going to just walk you through the website here so you can see a little bit about our program. As Katayama Sensei said, it's an applied marine biology program. So we have marine science curriculum, but the emphasis is really practical research applications. And that could be practical applications to fisheries, to aquaculture, to industry, to academics, and to also biopharmaceuticals. So just walk you through the website, but I'd like you to take the time to take a look at it later after this webinar is finished, but it features some of our students and some of the courses. We have some testimonials here from some of the students. You can learn the skills that you can acquire, everything from molecular biology to scuba diving, of course, things like the core courses for your first 2 years, and also Japanese language studies. We can hear a little bit here about the career perspectives. Okay, so that's just an overview, and you can scroll through these, but this will tell about how to apply, which really, there's some information here, but a lot of these links will take you back to the Future Global Leadership Program website. So anything to do with, you know, whether or not you are qualified to apply this year and how you would go about doing that. There are links here to FGL. Also, as you heard, we are part of the Faculty of Agriculture. And so our program in marine biology is actually very broad. It includes Japanese students as well. And so you'll learn that by the time students are doing their practical labs, you are actually mingling, doing these labs together with Japanese students. And so in that sense, it's kind of a bilingual program, but all of your courses, all of your lectures will be taught in English. But your lab and your any kind of field work, all of that will be sort of a bilingual experience because you'll be doing that with all the Japanese students as well. And you can go through and see how our program is broken down into a number of different labs. And from there, by third year, you will select the lab that you are most interested in and which has a project for you to work on. And myself, I am this unit that we call the International Integrative Research and Instruction Unit. And my field is really working on venomous jellyfish, using environmental DNA to detect them, studying their evolution, but also studying their behavior and looking at their genomes for my research. Campus life, as you heard, we have multiple campuses in Tohoku University. In your first year, first 2 years, you'll be on the college campus, and then you'll move to the Aobayama campus. But here's a picture of the dormitories. It was taken just after they were built. Very nice up on the highest part in the campus. Beautiful nature surrounding. You have multiple cafes, and we have a museum on campus. All kinds of fun things. And then life in Sendai. Here you can learn what goes on around us. And then there's another testimonial from one of the applied marine biology students from Korea who will be graduating next year. So that's just a sneak peek. And now I'm going to let you hear some of this promotional video. But keep in mind, I hope we don't have the same technical difficulty as we had with Koike Sensei. I'm going to give it a shot. And if you have any problem with hearing it, please let me know. So here we go.
Okay, thank you, Professor Ames, for presentation. And then
Sorry, were you able to hear the video or see the video? Yes? Do you mind if I show it and then I'd like to ask Katayama Sensei to talk for a short period before we finish? Is that all right?
yeah,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah. So as the Amos Sensei said, in the course of the student in the course in the first year and the second year, the students will study a liberal education subject: social science, general science, mathematics, chemistry, and physiology and biology, with a student from the other courses. In the third year, the student will take specialized education courses and also practice the basic of research on the marine biology. In the fourth grade, the students belong to the laboratory and are given research topics for each person, each student, to work and study on their education research, graduation research. After graduation, then you can continue the graduate school and return to home country and work. So please join us and enjoy the marine sciences. Thank you.
Great. Is there 1 minute to show the video or should we move on?
Oh, we can show the video, I think.
Yeah, we can show the video first.
I'll try it small. Can see it.
So now sounds.
When I first saw the sea in Sendai, I thought it was really calming and beautiful. And so I was really interested in diving in the water and just seeing what it was like and how it compares to California.
Malbayama campus is the largest campus in Tohoku University. It is very nature-friendly with tall trees and green fields. On top of being nature-friendly, it is also a very convenient campus with many welfare facilities. The agriculture campus especially is the newest campus with new buildings and spacious classrooms. I believe that it is the perfect environment to comfortably study.
So my first impression of the streets in Sendai is that how beautiful and how wide it is. During winter, we have this light show. The whole street during the night would just turn to bright star-like orange, and it's just beautiful.
The reason I chose AMB mainly was because of how small the program is. I really liked how I'd have a closer relationship with my professors and also my classmates. The best part about AMB for me is how closely related the labs are to my interests and how much I want to study that in the future. And so the reason that I applied was because of how small the programs are as well. And so I wanted to have a closer relationship with my classmates and my professors. Diving in the Shinomaki for me was really amazing, and it was really cool to be able to see the different types of marine plants.
Various ocean projects.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it there, and that way you can continue with the other FGL programs. But thank you so much. We hope you'll join us.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor Ames and Professor Katayama for presentation from Applied Marine Biology IMB. And then second, we will hear about the presentation from AMC, Advanced Molecular Chemistry, with Professor Brian Britloff. Okay.
Okay, hello everyone. As Warawa Sensei said, my name is Brian Breedlove and I'm a professor of chemistry. Well, associate professor of chemistry. Oops, just a second. In the advanced molecular chemistry course. Before I begin, I would like to introduce myself. I actually came to Japan about 21 years ago after receiving my PhD in the US. I'm actually an American, and I spend a lot of time working for the AMC. I've been here since the beginning. And I want to just give you a brief overview based on the questions and interest that we received about from the questionnaire that you were given. So the AMC is actually a part of the Department of Chemistry and under the School of Science. Currently, a chemistry professor is actually the Dean of Science. His name is Masahiro Terada. And our current department head is Akira Morita. So Morita Sensei actually oversees most of the program which I'm involved in. Now, the chemistry department actually began pretty much with the founding of Tohoku University. It was one of the original departments, and it started off with a total of 8 students. So we are used to having a small number of students in the beginning. And you can see we had it back in the beginning, there were some very important chemists in Japan who not only discovered rhenium, but some other organic molecules. Now, the other thing that I think the chemistry department is very proud of is that the chemistry department was the first department in Japan to admit female students. And they went on to have very good careers in chemistry, but you can see they're a very long time ago, so it's past. Now, as Koike Sensei said, that this university was founded on the idea of an open door policy. And back in 2011, when the FGL began under the what's called the G30 program, we began at that time with 4 students, 2 Thai students and 2 Indonesian students. And as mentioned before, the original class of the original class, 2 of them, these 2 here, have gone on to earn their PhDs. They actually just finished their PhD programs just this month. And this student here actually earned a dual PhD with France. So there is a possibility of doing quite a lot of international studies and stuff within the chemistry program. And we are always looking for different collaborations and stuff. Now, currently, the AMC course has as its representative Professor Hibata Sensei. Unfortunately, he was unable to join this meeting today, so I'm actually giving this. And he and these 2 professors, Mizukami Sensei and Kumigashira Sensei, they are both rotated every couple years to help keep the AMC program growing. I'm currently one of the deputy representatives, and I actually stay in this position as permanently. And then we also have Professor Takahashi, who is the academic affairs professor. So he and I work together to make sure that the curriculum keeps going. Now, unlike the AMB, I didn't show the web page, but if you wish to see the website for this program, I provided the link. And we also have a Facebook page if you wish to see some of the pictures and stuff from our daily lives in the program. Now, I really wanted to get to how the AMC was designed and how we go about teaching it. And it'll also help you understand the next 4 years if you decide to join. And so what we look at is the fact that chemistry is molecules, okay? And as you know, physics underlies most of what we do in science. So you can see physics here in magnetic chemistry, electronic properties, optical properties. And that physics goes together to give you the molecules that we use in our daily life. And what we do in this program is we teach you how each of these physical properties and even biological properties go together to give us the molecules, but also to show you how we can use those molecules to to better our lives. So through medicine, through curing cancer, even magnetic properties like making the next iPhones, making memory even smaller, and so forth. So we're always looking to advance this program. But what we do first is to give you a very fundamental view of chemistry. So we go back to the very beginning, maybe a little bit higher than high school, but pretty much to get everybody in the program on the same level. We start off with the basic chemistry. And you can see here that what we do is we look at, once we help you through this beginning part, we start to go into practice-oriented research and education. So we will bring you from the basic chemistry education and overlap that with cutting-edge research so that you will actually able to find what you're interested in and to actually study it. And so with this, I show you how we break down the 4 years that you're in the AMC program. And at the beginning, as Koike Sensei said, most of your time will be spent on what's called the Kawauchi campus. However, we do start to begin what's known as the specialized subjects, which involve you coming over to Katahira campus to take classes. And then, as you can see, slowly by the end of your second year, you're almost completely in the Katahira campus. And in your third year, we actually move you from you'll be partially in the Katahira campus, and then you'll also be in the Aobayama campus, which is where the main chemistry department is. And then finally, in your fourth year, well, actually starting in the spring semester of your third year, you will be allowed to choose a lab and then assigned to a laboratory to do research from the spring semester of your third year until graduation. And this will allow you to not only find what you're interested in research-wise, but also to start to apply the fundamental knowledge that we've taught you throughout the 4 years. Now, I show the schedule of the very first semester that you come here, because one of the things that we do in the AMC program is we have what's known as homeroom, and we also have an introduction to basic chemistry. What we do this homeroom in order to not only allow you to come together and fill out any paperwork, or for the staff to be able to help you with the any problems you might be having in your daily life. But then what we do is we move on to an introduction to basic chemistry, which is actually an introduction to all the laboratories involved in the AMC. And the reason we do this over the 15 weeks is that what we want you to do is to start to see how what research projects are available in the AMC, and then also so that when you finally do have your some more knowledge, some of that fundamental knowledge I spoke of, it'll allow you to move on to choosing a laboratory with some advanced information. But don't worry, this introduction to basic chemistry is not a graduate seminar. It's actually taught as a first year course. Okay, so it's actually a very casual course. The professors have a chance to meet you one-on-one or as a group, and also you get to see the laboratories that are involved in the lab. Then I'm sorry the printing is kind of small, but what I wanted to show you here is this is a breakdown, a weekly breakdown of once you advance past the Kawauchi phase, you'll start to move into all of the chemistry, the different subjects in chemistry. And in my case, you will, from the second semester that you're in Tohoku University, which we call the third semester, you will spend quite a bit of time with me on Fridays, 3 hours on Fridays. But I teach mostly inorganic chemistry and analytical chemistry. So I spend a lot of time with you from your second semester all the way into the end of your second year, as Carlos can attest to, because he just finished all my courses. And we have also tried to break down the courses so that you also get not only the lectures in chemistry, but we also have courses where professors and younger professors will spend time to help you understand how to solve problems in chemistry and how actually applied chemistry can be used. And so this is a very important part of the chemistry education, I believe, is actually having practical exercises in the science. Now, once you receive your bachelor's degree in the advanced molecular chemistry course, there are a lot of ways you can go, as Koike Sensei said. You can go to industrial careers, and we've had one student who moved to sales, I believe, in Tokyo. And then we also have, in the School of Science, we have what is known as the IGPAS program, and that's the International Graduate Program for Advanced Science. And this has two different parts of the program. One, you can enter solely as a master's degree student, which is a 2-year program, and that'll allow you to go to industrial careers. And quite a large number of students do this before either deciding to go to a doctoral program, or they will just go to business or to industry and do research in industry as a junior researcher. Then we also have the doctoral program, which is a 3-year program. And as I mentioned before, two of our students have just now gotten their doctoral degrees, and they have, I believe they will both be moving on to working in industry. And these programs have some funding available, but it's always, every year has changed. But these programs, all of the advanced molecular chemistry course, as well as IGPAS, is all done in English. So you will be able to function if you have trouble with learning Japanese. Don't worry, we have that covered. And you can see here, these are some of the examples of employment from the graduates, not only from the, this is also including regular chemistry students. You can see researcher, petroleum chemist, even a forensic analyst, chemical sales. So there's a lot of things that you can do, not only staying in Japan, because you can stay, there's a lot of work at Sharp and Toshiba and so forth. But you can also easily go back to any country and be able to get a decent or a good career out of your time at Tohoku University. So, and that's the end of my presentation. But I just wanted to state really quickly that I did forget that in your 3rd year, you also are starting the beginning of your 3rd year, you'll also be taking lab courses in chemistry, where it says laboratory experiments. So we break this down into general chemistry, inorganic, analytical, then physical, organic, and biochemistry. So for the 3rd year, most of your afternoons will be spent up on Albayama doing experiments. Okay, so that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Brian Sensei, for giving presentation for AMC course. Maybe right now, let's move on to IMAQ program. Professor Ying Chen.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, and I'm very happy to join this event to introduce our course. So at first, I briefly introduce myself. From my name, I think a lot of you can know where I come from. I come from China, and I had my undergraduate education in China, and I had my PhD in Japan, in University of Tokyo. So I joined the Tohoku University 10 years ago, just at the beginning of this FGL 3 courses started. I'm really very happy to have all of these 10 years to see how the development of these international courses. Also for myself, my major is, I'm a physicist and I major in the computational material science and computational physics, but I have been working in study and work in School of Engineer. I teach IMAC student the first year, whole year, basic mathematics and physics. So I'm very happy for the fact, and I taught so far all the 9 generations of IMAC students. And this year we have the 10th generation, and I have met them in the internet already, but I'm looking forward to see them face to face. And I hope the corona will improve under control and they can come to Japan as early as possible. Okay, so let me introduce the third FGL course called IMAC U. So can I show my PowerPoints now? Okay, thank you. It's okay, everyone can see it. Okay, let me start. So it is just a very brief introduction to the IMAC U. IMAC U is International Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, and U means undergraduate course, and we have IMAC G, it is for graduate course. Okay, since IMAC U is running in the School of Engineer, so let me start a very brief introduction from the introduction of School of Engineer. So here is School Engineer is last school in the university. And as a scale, it is 1/3 of university from the numbers of students and from numbers of faculty. So it is a very large organization. And we are in the campus, so-called Aobayama campus. Aobayama in the English means green leaf mountain. So you see here is green leaf mountain. And this area is our School of Engineer. And this area is for School of Science. And AMB, I cannot go. It is a new Alabama campus. It is our neighbor. So I just, so as introduced by Koike Sensei, one of main principle of university is practical oriented research and education. And so the professors here do the fundamental researches also. They did many practical researches and some very important techniques, even nowadays influence our daily life, were born in our campus in School of Engineer. So such as case steel, and it is very important materials and the magnetic materials by Professor Honda. And antenna, so it is the original models of nowadays antenna is by Yagi, Professor Yagi. And also nowadays the internet, one of most essential technology is optical communication. And Nishizawa, Professor Nishizawa did a very big contribution to the optical fiber and optical communication. And then nowadays, you know, the computer become more and more powerful and the size becomes smaller and smaller. So it is one of the main reasons it's become due to the very strong, very powerful memory. And it's perpendicular magnetic memories invented by Professor Iwasaki. And also this one, USB, I believe everyone uses it. USB flash memories and invented. They are all the professor of Tohoku University. Okay, so here is the organization for School of Engineer. We have many departments and we have 5 divisions. And one of division is the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering division. And it is included in so many departments. And IMAC U and IMAC G running by the Division of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. So now I want to introduce very briefly about our department of Division of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. So we are here, this area is our area. And I'm here, I'm inside this building now. So where IMAC U course included this department and the mechanical system, fine mechanics, aerospace engineering, robotics, quantum science and energy engineering, environments engineering, mechanical, biomedical engineering. So maybe everyone have the imagination of traditional mechanics. It is mainly for big machines, for automobile, for ships and flight, and this kind of gas turbines, this kind of imagination. Actually, this is the main field of mechanical engineering, but not the all. So we have also worked in very, very small scale work. So we have the nano technology, and I belong to the fine mechanics. It's actually nanotechnology. So we have more than 100 laboratories covered a wide range of research of engineer fields. So I cannot show you a professor's picture one by one since we have 100 professors. And I just give you some keyword of each department for the education and the research. So one is Department of Mechanical System Engineering, and their creation of new materials, function and function systems, and based on the micro nano processing technology, energy conversion, and solar energy, hydrogen energy, geothermal energy, and various sound wave energies. So it is not only the traditional mechanical system, it is a lot of new field. And this is some keyword and the names of labs. It is part of them, such as micro nano mechanical architecture, nano processing mechanical fabrication, and renewable energy conversion engineering, control of heat transfer. So this is Department of Mechanical System Engineering. Here is the introduction of the Department of Fine Mechanics. I belong to this department, and we study of materials and systems over the inorganic and organic and biology field based on the sophisticated mechanics at atomic and molecular level. So this is a main research field. And you see some name of labs of intelligent sensing materials, mechanics and material design, intelligent system engineering, so forth, and bio-device engineering, biological flow study, this kind of research field. Then we go to one more department, is Department of Aerospace Engineering. So this is one of most famous department, I should say, and they collected the most intelligent students here. And they have a very famous professor. So they study of advanced technology of aerospace mechanics in severe and under unique conditions, created aerospace systems that are to break new frontiers. And here, this is Professor Yoshida. He is a very famous professor in this field. So they had the aerodynamic design, computational aerodynamics, smart materials for material system for materials and structure, space explosion, and space structure, experimental aerodynamics. You can image some kind of field. And here is another very famous department, is a Department of Robotics. So the robotics is to establish a smart society and develop into nano robotics, very, very small robotics that are configured with part of the molecular level by concept of like DNA. So large robotics and very, very small robotics. So such as system robotics, neural robotics, smart robotics, molecular robotics, smart system, informative narrow system, and medical welfare engineering. So you can see this kind of field. All of this field covered in our IMAQ course. Here is show the curriculum of a 4-year of IMAQ. So in the first year, as a professor also introduced, it is laboratory side, arts, and basic science. And from the second year, students started some basic specific subjects, and it's a half to half, and also continue the elective science. And they had the 2 lab-based projects. And also in the end of second year, they started the assign of laboratories. In the third year, they started the advanced specific subjects with various projects, practice-based subjects. And in the fourth year, they are mainly concentrated in graduate research and thesis. So after finish, it is still continue. Since we have a continual course of graduate school, we call IMAC G, it is graduate courses. So if student finish the fourth year undergraduate education, they are possible to go further to the graduate school and to do a 3-year master course and a 2-year PhD. So in the case of Japanese student in our division, more than 90% Japanese students continue to the master course. So in our IMAC U class, more than half students go to the master course. So in our educational system, we almost make 6 year the whole educational program. And afterward, some students go further to the PhD and go to academic careers. So this is some pictures of IMAC U, and they have a connection go to the graduate school. And here is one just scene of graduation ceremony. So we only have, this is the second generation students, and they have 8 students graduated, and we have 100 professors together with them to celebrate it. And then further, I want to show some career paths of IMAC U student. As I told, this is the 10th year. We have already have graduates of sixth generation. So this is just statistics of our graduates and for their career paths of IMAC U. So this is IMAC U graduates. About half students continue to IMAC G, and another about 20% go to the master course of other Japanese university or the university in the foreign country, such as the American state, and a lot of the majority of this 20% went to Europe. And after the finish this IMAC G master courses, so this is a total statistics of IMAC G master courses, student included from outside other university and from the IMAC U student. And we only look at IMAC U student situations, and most of IMAC U students finished the master degree and they started to work in Japanese company. So most IMAC U to IMAC G graduate students enter the leading Japanese companies such as Toyota, Denso, Hitachi, Nissan, Honda, Yamaha, Sumitomo, etc. And also some of them went to the very famous overseas companies like IBM and Volvo and Facebook, etc. So they are really have they did very good work and they have very good employment career. And so this is situation, but not so many students to go to. We have so far IMAC U student, 3 students went to the PhD and 1 finished this year. This is the situation. For more detailed information, it is, we have a more detailed list in our website. I will introduce on the website. One thing I think from your questions collected in advance is maybe a lot of student concern how to select the student. Of course, as introduced by qualifications, they have a general FGL qualifications, and afterward, all these 3 courses have the student selection independently. So of course, we share most of common items and common criteria. And I just show very briefly, this is IMAC U student selection. And it is, we have 2 stage of screen. For the first stage, it is document-based evaluation. And for all of the 3 courses, we are in the same criteria, in the same process. So we are evaluated the student based on the submitted documents, and we integrated the performance from the high school performance and from the standard examination from the School of English Proficiency, and also from your statement in the application form. And then we went to, we go to the second stage screen. It is a written test plus the oral interview. So then 3 classes have different contents. In case of IMAC U, we have a written and oral test, and we had a program for your answer in the physics and mathematics, and also included 1 essay It's a 300 English word. So, and for each student, we have 1.5 hours time to test. So this is a calculation. Now I show you some source of information about IMARQ, since it is very informative and you can get many details. One is from the mechanics homepage. So I show you this. I will also copy into the chat. So this is just at the beginning, when you started open this page, you'll see this one. It is a Japanese page, but if you click it, there have a new newly made video, not yet put in the English page. So I show you this one. And the second information is big information is about online open campus. Since every year we have open campus, it is a very good opportunity for students to understand what have been doing in the research and education for the very much detail. So everyone can enter the lab. But now this year we cannot have the real open campus. But for the foreign student, maybe a good opportunities, you can visit the online. So very, very much details. So you can have it. And this is very short movie to introduce the whole mechanics, not only IMARQ. And here is the homepage of online open campus. And it is not yet for the completely, and they will come in the later of August. And the real events will be in the last 3 days of August, I think. So another very important resources is a list of all lab. And we have also another event, it's canceled this year. It's called the Open Lab Online. So it's become online. So we have 100 labs, have 100 poster for each lab. So you can have very much details go through this homepage. And also, beside the homepage of mechanics, we have our own IMARC homepage. And here is more information about the admission and the application and the curriculum and the scholarship, these kind of things. And one important message you can get is from here is admission. You can have one reference data. So this data, I think maybe can give you some imagination of it is statistics of points of a standard examination of a qualified candidate over these 9 years. So you can have some information here. And also here is a career and the voice, and it's a student interview articles, and they have also, we had the list, very detailed list of career passes. You can copy. Okay, so here is just some piece of moments of a student life. And here is our 4 seasons of campus. It is a spring and it's a summer. Now we are here. And August, and it is in the winter. So really, I hope, looking for, please join us, and I'm looking forward to see you at our campus. Thank you very much. I'm finished. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Ying Chen from IMARQ. And then thank you so much, Professor Brian Britloff from AMC. Yeah? And then Professor Ames and Professor Katayama from AMB. Yeah. Okay, and then we will hear the testimony from students, future global leadership. Yeah, Carlos Baptista, Indonesia undergraduate student, second year in AMC. Okay, he get the President Fellowship Scholarship too. Okay, maybe Carlos can share about your experience in Tohoku University. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much for all the professors that have come and attended this event. It was a really big event, and I'm really proud to be one of the part of this big event. And now I want to share my experience in Tohoku University. So basically, I want to tell you guys all the fun stuff in Tohoku University. Okay. Okay, so this is my experience in Tohoku University. This picture I took in autumn. It's really beautiful. This is the Kawachi campus where all the undergraduate first year students go usually. Sometimes the second year also go to this campus. Disclaimer first before that, every pictures here are all photographed by me. So, okay, so autumn is here is really beautiful, and I realize right now that the color of the leaves is not just green. There's also red and yellow, orange. So it's really beautiful. It's really pretty. Like the first picture here is the dormitory, University House Alabama. The facility is new. It's really clean, and it's also close to Alabama campus and the station. So it's really convenient to live here. It's on top of a hill, so the air is so fresh here, and there are a lot of greens here. So it's really enjoying because it's on top of hill. We can feel all four seasons: winter, autumn, summer, spring. We can feel all of the changes because the location. And here on the right, we have the Ichibancho road. It's basically the shopping center. There are a lot of interesting things here that we can do. It's so pretty here. I will show you later on. This is the autumn season here. It's the Kawachi campus. It's really pretty here. Yeah, and the food. Autumn, good, very good. The autumn here. There are a lot of good food. This is sukiyaki and this is udon. Actually, this udon is from the shokudo or the canteen. The canteen foods are really good. I think Mr. Wardai also have tried the food there. He said it was very good. So yeah. Okay, winter. Winter is actually one of my favorite season. Maybe some of you do not like it because it's so cold, but I personally love it because it's really beautiful and it's so romantic. Even though I'm still single, but it's okay. So this is I took this picture from my room actually. So my room has a really great view. Yes, and actually right now I'm recording from my room. So I don't know, maybe we do some room tour or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, next. This is again the left one is the Ichibancho Station Road. It's really pretty during winter. They put some Christmas ornaments there. The lights are all on. It's so pretty. I can walk here all day. And also the right here is the illumination. So we in Japan call this illumination. So basically there are a lot of trees and all the trees are decorated with lamps, and it's so pretty. Every year it's a must to see this. Next, this is from my dormitory too. Yeah, so the dormitory is really pretty new. Facilities are very good. And also the dormitory is so one person got one room, so the privacy is really good. It's really good for privacy. Next is this winter soup, sendai sausage stew soup. It's really great during winter. and spring. It's also very romantic. This is in Ogawara, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's Ogawara. So like the whole river banks and also the street are all decorated with very, very pretty sakura. And yeah, here, this is one of the best vacation destination. So this on top, I forget what is the name, but it is so pretty. And I cannot wait to go here again after the coronavirus is all ended. The left station is the Sendai station. So this is like the heart of the city. There are a lot of great things that you can do here. It's really fun. And also I joined the tea ceremony club during this season. So basically I serve tea and also this okashi to the okasama, to the guest, and both of these are all made by me. Yeah, so they taught us how to make this. It's really great. Joining this tea ceremony club is also great because I can interact with Japanese people more, practicing my Japanese, and it's really a great experience. And also summer is the best for a gathering. We do a lot of picnics there. This is with my tea ceremony club. This is some sweets too. This is the Kawachi campus. So in Kawachi campus, usually all of the clubs and circles are all gathered here. So all of the clubs, they do practice here. There are a lot of clubs here, around 100 or 200. Like there is also like Formula One club, so driving the racing car, Formula One club. There's tea ceremony club. There's horse riding club. There's also what is it? Airplane, yeah, something like that. So we drove the airplane club, yeah, driving airplane, and also pottery, football, soccer, and so on. There are a lot of great clubs here. Yeah, this is me. This is the Tanabata Festival. It's the cultural things in Japan. So Tanabata. So during the Tanabata, the Ichibancho road, we decorated with this beautiful decoration here. And here in the left is one of the park. I forgot where it is, but it's really pretty. And yeah, this me with Mr. Anton Wardaya and Clifford Senpai. So this one of the special traditional dish in here is gyutang, which is beef tongue. Yeah, it's a specialty here. It's really good. And also there's this drink. This drink is really famous too in Sendai, which is Zunda shake. Zunda is edamame. Yeah, if you know edamame. So we basically making milkshake with edamame. It's really good. So conclusion is that I'm so happy to be part of Tohoku University. It's a really beautiful place. And after 2 years of being a part of Tohoku University, I haven't felt any unenjoyable things. Everything is enjoyable. Every people is welcoming to foreign students, and yeah, Tohoku University is #1 by Times Higher Education. So I'm so proud of that. and also the foods are really good here. And I also joined in Indonesian community in Japan. It's really big here. There's Pepe Jepang and Pepe Sendai. So the Pepe Jepang is the Indonesian community in Japan, the whole Japan. Yeah, I joined that too as the as one of the member of the division. And here and Pepe Sendai is the Indonesian community for Indonesian students studying in Sendai. So I also joined this committee as the leader of the culture division. Yeah, so if you have any questions regarding Japan and Sendai and living in here, you can definitely ask me. And this is my contact, my Instagram, my line ID, my WhatsApp. So if you have any questions before I got popular, sorry, joking. You can definitely ask me. And right now I'm on holidays, so I have a lot of free time, and I can I can give you answers for any questions you have. Yeah, that is all my presentation for my experience in Tohoku University and Sendai, Japan.
Okay, thank you so much, Carlos Baptista, for sharing his experience in Tohoku University. And I have met him in Tohoku University, yeah, and in dormitory is cozy, yeah. Dormitory is cozy, is high in high hill, yeah. Okay, and nice place, yeah. Okay, okay, maybe we can start our session Q&A, question and answer, and then maybe if you have maybe we can close for this Q&A first because it is many question here. Okay, I will start from what is the requirement to apply the max scholarship, and what major that Tohoku offers scholarship? Is there any scholarship for social science? Okay, maybe Professor Koike and Professor Watanabe can answer about it. Okay, I will repeat again. What are the requirement to apply the max scholarship, and what major that Tohoku offers scholarship? Is there any scholarship for social study major? Okay.
Okay, let me answer these questions. Requirement for the max scholarship is most important one. Apply to the FGL program, any of the course, and please get the good point. Actually, we actually recommend the top 8 students out of entire successful student to the Japanese government. So your score at the entrance examination, that including the paper test and also oral interviews and your will to study at the Tohoku University is very important. Okay, and regarding the scholarship with social science, unfortunately, at least at this point, we don't have any social science program in English. But if you want to study in Japanese, of course you can apply to. But for this case, you need to apply to the mixed government scholarship through Japanese embassy, not the program itself. Okay. That's all. These two questions you have, I think.
Okay. Okay. Another question. Is there scholarship for athlete? Athlete, yeah.
Athlete.
Athlete, yeah. Sport.
Unfortunately, no. We don't have any, specific course to learn or practice athlete. Yeah, we have actually 10 school or faculty. Our university is very comprehensive university, but not athlete. Athlete.
Well, I think it's more like the certification. So if you have this certification,
The good in sports, athlete.
Yeah, yes.
I don't think we have, you can of course submit the, certificate, but I'm not quite sure, if we can give an extra point for the certificate or not.
Okay. There is another question again. Does non-academic ability, such as student council, music, can increase the chance to get accepted and receive the scholarship in Tohoku University?
Yeah, actually, each course has its own criteria to how they evaluate the achievement by each applicant. Some course may include such extracurricular activity or counselor activity, in-school activity, sports activity, but it depends on the course. So Professor Breedlove and also Professor Chen have more good idea about how they are evaluating that part. We do not request such ability or certificate officially, but of course some of the applicants actually submit that special certification or how they active at the in school or outside of school. So do you have any comment on that, Breedlove and Professor Chen?
Okay, so let me explain very briefly. And basically, I should say no, since as I showed in our PowerPoint, and basically we for the first spring evaluation, we evaluated the student from the 4 aspects, all from the academic aspect. One is high school score, one is standard examination like SAT. Another is English professional like the TOEFL, like IELTS. And the third one is a statement in the application form. So we do not have any extra class course except these 4 aspects in the first screen examination. Then we go to the second one. Second one also based mainly on the performance of students in the interview, in the writing test. And only in very, very particular cases. So for example, it is, we have some limited numbers for candidates, qualified candidates. If 2 students only have 1 possibility, we may extra consider a little bit other things, such as Olympic award and medals and maybe some extra talents. Without these special cases, we basically based on the scores.
So
please go ahead, Brian.
So for the mixed scholarship, the entrance exam scores are the primary evaluation for that scholarship. However, there are many scholarships that come available throughout the 4 years that you'll be here. And in those cases, it is very good to have a number of extracurriculars beyond just your GPA, because those go into writing the people who provide those scholarships, or the foundations that provide those scholarships, actually do evaluate you not only based on your GPA, but also on your commitment to being involved in the university, and also to how well you have participated in different activities. But for the most part, most of the scholarships that we evaluate directly are mostly on your GPA and your and that sort of information. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Maybe we can continue to for PhD or master degree program. I think there is the applicant from a bachelor to master degree or PhD program. What are the requirements for obtaining a graduate degree program? And for the first contact with the supervisor, what are the topics to be discussed? Yeah, maybe this is like for master degree.
Dr. Varadaya, do you asking, the applicant who received already bachelor degree outside of, at a different university and apply for the graduate school at Tohoku?
Okay, I think we will limit the discussion about undergraduate, yeah? Okay, is another question. Due to this pandemic, how the study will be held? Do the students study by online? In other words, they don't need to come Japan, or the overseas students still have to come to Japan? Okay.
Actually, let me answer again. In spring semester, all courses are conducted in online. And because of the, the COVID-19 pandemic, we decide to have all courses in fall semester from October online too. So students don't need to come to Japan. They can take all courses online. Particularly the first year student, it is very difficult to get the visa right now. We accept all the qualified students to the Tohoku University, but we ask them to study remotely from their home country at this point. I hope we can, have them physically in Sendai, but pre-enrollment education are given right now for entire new batch of the students from July. So they already know something about Tohoku University, Sendai, and Japan as well.
Okay, thank you, Professor Watanabe. Okay, another question again. Is the EDU test mandatory? And if the student complete the 12 years curriculum, it likes certificate, national certificate or national exam curriculum, or we can attach IB or A-level, Cambridge A-level, like that.
Yeah, actually, they can apply based on the IB as well. We accept the GCA A-level score and also SAT subject score, many different type of the, qualification, qualified, score. Not only the high school, diploma. Okay.
How about the AJU?
AJU, yeah.
There's a question.
We accept.
Oh.
Yeah. EJU. Okay. We accept. You can find that, only EJU, we gave the minimum score. So you can find the detail at the application guideline.
So even though we have AJU, we also still need to have the SAT.
If you can submit EJU, you don't need to submit the SAT, but you need to submit the English qualification. Okay, and some of the courses in Japanese course, you can apply only for the EJU, but also even Japanese course, they request you to submit the English score.
Okay, we have another question again. After the student graduate, how long can the student stay in Japan while looking for employment? If in the case, if the student does not have any job offer yet upon graduation, does he have to leave Japan?
Actually, they need to apply for the, change in the visa status after the completion, but they are still looking for the job. Once they successfully change the status, they can stay in Japan while they are looking for the job. Okay, but they need their resident status changed from student of other type, job hunting or something like that. I forgot the official name of the visa status, but they can do so. There is a way to do.
Okay, another question again, Professor. If we fail to qualify for, say, like IMECU, but still qualify for ANC, can we switch courses during admission? Like if we fail to qualify for IMEC, but still qualify for ANC, can we switch courses during admission?
No, actually. You need to pick up just one course from the 3 courses at the application. And you cannot change the course once you apply.
Okay. Okay, I think another is Tohoku University, is there any scholarship for information technology or computer science?
Actually, no, but you can study the information science type of things at the IMACU. Is that correct, Professor Chen?
Oh, I think, yeah, we had this kind of lab inside our course, but we have an independent graduate school of information science. But I think this is not only the issues of scholarship or not, it is a means of they have English course or not. So far, for the undergraduates, we only have these 3, and they do not have a particular information science, but this kind of education and the research, we have several labs inside the IMAC.
So the information science is more of an engineering. So it's more like the application of engineering. Is it right or not, Professor?
So I have shown you in the end of second year, we will assign the lab, and it is undergraduate levels, and it's included information science. They have several, maybe many labs. But if in the graduate level, graduate education levels, this is an independent one. But the graduate student, graduate from IMAC, you are possible to apply the master course in the information science. Actually, we have several very good IMAC students went to information science, and in the assigned lab also student went to the information science lab.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Ying Chen, for the answer. Maybe it is about the student life, yeah. How easy is it to get halal food for Muslim students there?
Probably, Carlos, you can answer.
Yes, I can. So for halal food, there are some restaurants that has halal logo on it, and some of the grocery stuff also have halal logo on it. But actually, I must say that it is quite hard. It's quite hard to enjoy like all of the culture in Japan. If you are restricted for halal food, because some of the stuff, like for example, like shoyu or soy sauce, or like mirin or sake, like they all have alcohol in it. So yeah, even though we in Indonesia often use like soy sauce, the soy sauce in Japan usually have alcohol stuff in it, and some of the like chicken, for example, there is like halal chicken, but there's also chicken that is not cut like the Muslim way. So there is also that. However, we here have a big community of Indonesian students. So it means that there are a lot of Indonesian students here, which means that we can try to we can ask like our senpai about this halal food thing. I am actually not Muslim, so I do not have a restriction for halal food. But if you have any question, it's better to address it in Pepe Jepang and Pepe Sendai. You can also go straight to the Instagram and go ask for help. Or you can maybe ask personally from me, because I also have some experience for this.
And let me add something. University actually they care about Muslim community, because actually Indonesian student community is the second largest community at the Tohoku University, following the Chinese student. So even cafeteria, university cafeteria, even though the number of the menu are very limited, but we offer the halal food menu.
Yeah, that's true.
And we also give make a guidebook for halal food in Sendai area.
True.
And Koike Sensei may have some idea too about halal food.
Okay, so my wife is from Surabaya, Indonesia, and she knows a large community of Indonesian people. Actually, she assists to get, for example, tempeh.
Yes.
Produced in Hiroshima. So I'm working on the system so that the Indonesian students can get like tempeh with a reasonable price, or mangoes, fruits. Fruits are basically halal, right? So yeah, it's improving. I think, like Carlos says, that we have a large Indonesian community. So even though it's
it's very difficult to get halal food. It's not easy, like Carlos says, but the things are improving very rapidly.
Actually, I
Okay.
want to.
May I also add one little thing? Besides the Indonesian community, there is also a large Bangladeshi community, and pretty much, I would say 99% of them are Muslim, and they actually told me that there are several grocery stores and restaurants near the medical school campus that they can attend. So they none of them actually ever had trouble finding the foods that they needed for the their diet.
Yeah, it's a little bit expensive. There is a special Asian grocery store near Sanjo dormitory, but yeah, it's a bit pricey.
Thank you, Professor, for the answer. This is maybe the last question. Yeah. Suppose we fail to gain max scholarship, can we apply for president scholarship or JASO? Is there another scholarship from JASO?
Once you received, you recommended as a, a mixed scholarship student, and you are approved, you cannot apply for any other, scholarships, because as long as you marked, good GPA during your academic year, you are positioned as a recipient, as a guarantee for 4 years. And the mixed scholarship is the most highest, prestigious scholarship among a variety of the scholarship. So once they become a recipient, they cannot apply for another, scholarship.
But what if we do not get the max?
Well, if you cannot, get the mixed scholarship, of course, you automatically, or as long as you said you want to have any scholarship, we recommend you to the another scholarship, such as President Scholarship and the JASO Scholarship.
Okay, thank you. For closing our webinar, there is the last question. What are the breakthrough and experiment in aeronautical engineer that Tohoku has done, especially as an undergraduate student later on? What can we contribute? Okay, maybe this is for IMEC. Yeah. What are the breakthrough?
Not to catch the points of a question. I'm sorry, could you please say again?
So what are the breakthrough and experiments in aeronautical engineering that Tohoku has done? So
I did work for engineering.
So like what? Yeah. So what kind of experiments that has been done in aeronautical engineering in Tokyo University?
I cannot say exactly, but I think I introduced many resources, and please help yourself. It is allowed and a very advanced ones. I not exactly the same field, so I cannot say very detailed things. Are you asked the experiment equipment and what kind of? I do not know.
Can you say something about Hayabusa, this satellite, which
Hayabusa, yeah, that
collected meteorite material?
It is one of, I'm not belong to that field, but I know only a little information. That is managed by one labs basically. And I not only independent by the lab and cooperate with some institute, national institute, and even some private company. So I'm not very much sure. It's some joint big project. And they have several steps. I think now it's in Hayabusa 2 or something. I think if you look at the department and the lab, they have a very detailed information. Maybe the video, the movie, can a lot. But I cannot say very much details since we're really in different fields.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Professor Yingchen, for the answer. Okay, maybe for the another question that we can answer today, especially about graduate study, you can directly ask to Tohoku University in tohoku.ac.en, yeah, okay, ac.gp. Okay. Thank you so much, Professor Watanabe, Professor Koike, Professor Yingchen, Professor Dimitro, and Professor Katayama, Professor Ames, and Professor Britlov, and also the next professor, yeah, Carlos Baptista, yeah.
I hope.
Okay, thank you so much, the audience and all participants who attend this webinar. I note the 240 something, yeah, 245 participants watching this webinar. Thank you so much for Tohoku University, and don't forget for applying Tohoku University and getting its scholarship. Okay, see you on another webinar. Okay, yeah, arigatou gozaimasu.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
Yeah.
お疲れ様でした。
はい。
Terima kasih.
Thank you so much,
Terima
Professor.
kasih. Thank you.
Thank you so much, yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Yes. Take care all and keep healthy and safety. Yeah.
All right. Thank
Same to you.
Yeah.
To you. Bye bye. We are
Thank you so much, audience. Yeah. Okay.
Bye bye.
ありがとうございました。バイバイ。
Udah, ya. Ini saya matiin dulu ya.